All right, I don't know what that was. All right, I don't know if you guys are back, but I am. The fire alarm is stopped. And so let's keep it moving. Sorry about that. That was crazy. That was crazy, you guys. All right. So that's my last one. So now I can go in and fix all of those places where it clips through the geometry. Wait, did I do this part back here? Where did I finish that? That's weird. Let's see something. Oh, there it is. All right, so I'm going to auto group this. Auto group. And then I should be able to get, man, that's a dense mesh. Golly. All right. Oh no, auto grouping. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because what it's going to do is it's going to make all of these stitches their own thing. That's not what I want at all. What I want to do is I want to isolate the pants as one thing. So the way I did this was, that's how I got my UVs. I kind of split out the parts, and that's why it looks this way, all raggedy. Oops. This one here. All right, yeah, I just want the pants to be one thing. So let's make the pants one group. Okay. Come over here. And these, I don't know why there's a little piece here, but I don't like it. So now I can move the stitching by itself because I masked out everything else. And again, the trick with this is pulling it out, but not pulling it out so much that it's hovering above the geometry. And you can see it's very easy to make that mistake. Man, that alarm was loud. See, this is why I save this for last, guys. This part. Not fun at all. I had some detail like that on Zion. I don't know what it was. It was like this little tiny thing, but it actually held up. I'm surprised the detail that this thing can get. So just to let you guys know, I bought my 3D printer after I watched those Grassetti kind of like announcements where he showed the Yoshimitsu and his Nova that he printed. And they look so good, and the cost of entry on the printer was so low that I was like, you know what? I didn't know that these printers could hold this kind of detail, so I want to try to do it myself. And I wasn't really trying to drop, obviously, $3,000 for a form at the moment. You know, like, I don't want my first printer to be the really good printer. 300 made more sense. Yeah, so it's crazy. I got it and liked it a lot. Told my friend Brad about it. Brad got one, and he runs his like all day, every day. He's printed so many statues. It's crazy. But yeah, it's a nice printer, you guys. All right, so that's not bad. Can you repeat? Oh, it's the Creality Ender 5 is the printer. All right, now I put on 2 rows of these here. I don't like that. I don't want to keep that, actually. I want to delete one of these rows, which is going to be tricky. Yes, it is, but let's try it. Okay. Oh, maybe not as hard as I thought it was going to be. Okay, so now I just want to delete that. I'll hide everything. I'll hide that and delete hidden. Delete hidden, delete hidden. There it is. Okay. It's easier than I thought it was going to be. Back to this. Now you can see these stitches here are just, they would not print, right? You see how far they're sticking out above the mesh? That's not good at all. Okay. Hide those. I don't care about that. Over here, they're sticking out far. Why does it look like, oh my gosh, did I duplicate this? Huh, I don't know what that is. Sorry guys. Oops. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know what happened here. This has got 2 rows of these. This is not what I wanted at all. I'm gonna delete this. Nobody's gonna see it anyway. Delete hidden. All right, so that's that. Oh man. Okay. Well, those are grouped together. That's not what I wanted exactly, but that's fine. I think this is fine. Let's go back over here. What's up? Able to catch you here. What's up, Quincy? Yeah, this is Hulk. This is my Hulk right here. All right. So the thing about these pieces I find is you got to be patient. You know, like I see a lot of people that do speed sculpts and they can do them really well. For me, I find that if I don't rush through, then I'm able to put in everything I want. Now, if I was doing this for a client, I probably would figure out a faster way to do this, you know, or I would not have, you know, a micro detail like this that would you know, slow me down. Maybe I would use a brush that kind of pulls the stitches out of the existing geometry instead of having it as a, you know, a physical stitch, because you don't always have the luxury of time, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta deliver the project when it's due. For my own stuff, and I had this same conversation with a friend of mine that does VFX work, you know, when we work on our own stuff, it never gets done, you know, because you're never happy with it. When we're doing client stuff, obviously, if you miss the deadline, you're going to lose the client, so that all gets done on time. So, if you are a sculptor or an illustrator and are thinking about doing it for a living, just be prepared to put in a lot of hours, unless you don't mind, you know. Like, I mean, some people are okay with, you know, putting out something that looks like, you know, it looks good, but it might, you know, might be able to look better if you just finesse it a bit longer. You gotta be patient. It's like a puzzle, jigsaw puzzle to me. All right, so I think that's it. Yeah, that is apparently it. All right, that's close enough. All right, cool. So what I can do now is I can decimate this all together, and then I can chop it up. Chop it up. Let's do that. So pockets are where I want them. Let's make these purple too so I can see where the stitches are. Oops. Color fill. Okay. Pretty good. And when I did that render that I had open in Photoshop, I noticed this one. Yeah, you can tell, like, these stitches look like, what is going on here? Some of them look good, and then those look crazy. I don't even have them on this side. The pocket doesn't have them there. It's really evident on this one. This looks ridiculous. So, yeah. So now they're fixed. That is a good... Well, wait a minute. What about this over here? Make sure these aren't out too far. Pushing it a little bit. Oops. You know what? Whatever. This is gonna have to do. Hold on 1 second. All right. Okay. No, come on. All right. So this is good. This is good. I'm gonna collapse these layers, merge down. Yes. And now I'm going to save, quick save. Learning more ZBrush since quarantine. Yeah, it's a good time to learn stuff. Yeah, oh, a mold in my print? Yeah, you know what? I think I am. I am this time. I'm gonna mold and cast and mold this thing. So, let's decimate them. ZPlug in, pre-process current. And then where is my, all right, here's my sketch of how I'm going to cut them. Yeah, how did you get the stitching in the pants? That's what I was doing for the past 5 minutes, Jace. I have a brush that I just I drew the stitches on there, and then I positioned them where I wanted them. Yeah, that's what I just did. So now let's decimate this thing. I'm gonna say 20 on this because it's got some small areas. And let's see how it does. Decimate current. Okay. All right, so that looks all right. That's that. He has buttons that also go with the jeans. Oh crap, he has belt loops that go with the jeans. All this needs to be together. So let's do this. Go back, undo the decimation. Okay. I'm gonna go get my buttons that go on the jeans, rivets, copy, and paste. What happened to my, yo, no, what happened to my pockets? Oh dude, wait a minute, I did a quick save, right? Quick save, yes, no, just quick save. I think when okay, there are the pockets. And it's not decimated, okay, good. All right, that's fine. All right, so now I paste the buttons and the rivets, those are good. And I'll go get my belt loops, copy those, and paste, okay. And I want to make sure all this stuff is flush, right? Because it's going to be a problem if it's not. And I can see on these belt loops it's not. So I believe I have these so that I can step down. Do I? Yes, I do. Okay, that's great. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to select the inside faces of these and extend them into the jeans. I think I have the outside all separate, which I do. I'll group these, mask, okay? And now what I can do is I can easily turn on everything. And I can use my move tool to just push those into the jeans. Right, and then I'll move the outsides to not look so crazy in a minute. I don't want any open spaces in here. Okay. So that's cool for that. Now if I switch the mask, now the inside is masked and the outside isn't. So I can kind of get them a little closer. Just where it really sticks out. Okay, so make sure they're all kind of the same size. I did notice the other day that some of these are shorter than other ones. Just looks a little weird. And again, I'm the only one who would notice this, but I notice it bothers me. All right, so that's kind of what I want here. All right, right, turn up the poly, turn up the resolution. That looks good. Okay. Okay. Alright. So that's good for the loops. So now I can make this all one thing, basically. Alright. And what I'm going to want to do also is I'm going to want to have the legs in here. So let's grab him. How am I doing on time? 12:21. All right, I'm out at 1 o'clock. Let's grab him. This is the decimated version of him. I'm going to copy and come over here and paste. Okay. I'm going to hide the parts that, let's do this. I want to hide that cut inside of his pants. So I want to hide I want to cut his leg. I want that to be hidden. Right? That's that. That's that. That's pretty close, actually. All right. Okay, so I'm going to group that. And then up here, I want it to cut to the inside of his pants. And then I can hide the seam for his waist inside of the pants, right? So I'll group that. And then I'm going to show just this piece. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, if I solo it, that's fine. I'm going to delete hidden and close holes. Okay. All right, now one thing I can do here. Yeah, this is going to be really hard to have that calf fit snugly inside of that. So you know what I'm probably going to have to do is I think I'm going to cut everything below the knee. And then I'll just have this torn part be part of the calf. That makes more sense, I think. Yeah, that makes more sense. All right, so in the meantime, what I can do is I can also I don't want his waist going that deep into his I don't want that waist going that deep into his pants. So let's do this again. Let's do something. I just want it to barely key in to the pants. All right, that's better. All right, so I'm gonna delete hidden, close holes. Okay, so that's fine for that. For the legs, I'm going to cut them. I don't want to hide this cut. maybe I'll just cut it like here. Yeah. So but in the meantime, I can boolean these together. Not boolean. I'm gonna let's boolean these together actually. All right. I'm talking to myself. Yeah. So I like this. I'm gonna save. Do a quick save. Eventually, I'll put a key in his waist. But for now, I want this all to be one solid piece, and then I can cut it apart. So I'm going to turn on the live boolean, and I am going to make a union mesh. Where's boolean? Right here. And then make boolean mesh. Right? So that's going to put those together. All right. Hey, what's up? What's up, man? I haven't spoke in a while. Let's see. Did you use a certain brand of keyboard? I have this keyboard that I got. It was a Kickstarter, but it's out now. It's pretty dope. It's this one right here. It's called a Hex Gears. It's Bluetooth and also has a cable, also has a cord. All right. How do you get the boot as the XYZ nav? What? I don't know what you're talking about, brother. Would you explain the sketch of the Hulk in the bottom right? Yeah, so this is how I want to cut this thing, Quincy. So there's just a little quick draw over. I want to hide the seams as much as possible. So this is what I had in mind. Although now I'm going back to the lab on this. I think what I'm going to do is let's open up Photoshop again. Alright, so now, actually, where's the one I already saved? Open, desktop, this one. Alright, so now what I think I'm going to do, instead of trying to fit those calves inside of the torn pants, that'd be a nightmare. It would never work. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to probably do a cut here. It'd make more sense if you could see it. All right. So now what I'm probably going to do is just merge the inside of his leg to the pants, and then I'm going to cut here, cut here, and man, I don't want to cut across that knee, but I guess across the knee, like that. And then it won't be so bad, and then I can key them like this. So I'll have the pants and the calves be part of their own thing. What I'm doing right now, I forgot the shirt. Okay, I gotta add the shirt. I'm cutting his torso to key inside of the pants so you don't see it. Right, so there'd be a key here. And then the torso, and then like I said, I'm going to cut this and have his arms fit in like that. So the foot and the leg is all one thing. It's going to be big, so, but it is what it is. Right, so that's that. So now over here, I also need the shirt. Let me go grab it. Grab the shirt. Copy and come over here and paste. All That shirt's just going to help to hide the seam on the waist as well, a little bit more. All right, so there's that. That's that. Right. One thing I noticed, and you guys are going to be like, dude, what are you doing? You keep going back and forth. On the render of him, I noticed that the this shirt looks like soft serve ice cream. That's the one area where I didn't really go in and detail it. So I need to maybe do some more detailing in there. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you can really see it on the other one. You can really see it on this one. Yeah, what is that? It just looks like a piece of plastic. So, anyway. That's what happens when you're left to your own devices in an apocalypse, you guys. All right, so that's that. I like this. I'm gonna call this save as working legs. I'll make a folder for cutting and keying. New folder, cut and key. Okay, this will be legs working. Now the other thing I was thinking about doing, actually, and I might do this, just so it's not printing forever, what I might do is I might make a cut for him. Where's Photoshop? Oh, here it is. For the pants, I might split it right down the middle on that seam, and then that way I can have part A and a part B, and then key these together. Because if I do that, then I don't know, it might be a little cleaner. His arms are gonna be cut probably here and here, and then I'll put those together, and then it makes a little more sense. So then if I do it that way and his head is cut off, then the only piece that's really big is his torso. So this would take the longest to print. So, but anyway, yeah. So if we're talking pieces here, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The head is 8, 9, and 10. Although the hands are probably going to be cut off. Maybe. So if the hand is cut off, then the arm can be one thing. This is me thinking out loud, you guys. Oops. Alright. So then, brush 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright, so 10 pieces. Alright, not including this stuff on the base. I think that makes sense. Alright, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Alright, let's see what else is up. Pro, what's up, dude? Jow? What's up from Zimbabwe? Yeah. Lord Islar. Yeah, Quincy, I have this pen right over here. That one right there. Just add add a toggle texture. Will you make an alternate head? Yeah, I was thinking about doing a separate head. Yeah, I was thinking about that. but I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. I've been working on this thing for so long. I just got to get it done. I will probably do one hit. And then the good news is, if I do one later, you can just pop it on. All right, so that's that. What did I say? Let me get the new print. The new thing here. You select copy, make a copy of it. Save. Save that. Hide. Where is it? This one goes here. Okay. All right. Now I'm cooking. All right, so now I have this. How much time do I have left? 12:37. Okay, good. I still have almost a half an hour. I want to Boolean mesh all of this together. Before I do, let's just do a little something to this shirt. And that is still, yeah. Did I make? I did. Okay, I made UVs for this. I think it still has the UVs. Let's see. Subtool, texture. Yeah, it does. Good. Okay. So I gotta add a little noise. Turn off the texture. Let's go to surface, noise. Let's frame this thing. I'm gonna use my UVs, and I'm going to grab a texture. Alphas. Fabric. What's up with these wrinkles? You know what? No, I don't want to do those. Texture, fabric, clothing. All right. Let's grab, what does this look like? Zoom and move. Alpha scale. Let's turn off the noise. And alpha. Scale it down. There it is. I don't know if you guys can see it on yours. There you go, it's a little better. Yeah, just something that kind of makes it look more like a ripstop nylon. Like a real, let's see. It's a little better than nothing, let's see. What is happening with the, what is that? What am I looking at? Does it not? Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad I'm looking at this. This thing isn't even on the, it's not even hitting the shirt where I want it to. Let's turn off noise. Hitting the pants, I mean. It's funny, I catch a lot of these little things that I didn't even notice were not right until I start cutting it. I want this to look more like something and less like soft serve ice cream, so just putting in some plane changes with the H polish brush, and then I can go in and make it kind of look more like fabric that's twisted over each other. I really like this H polish brush a lot. Just want it to look less like Play-Doh, you know what I mean? And then I can sculpt up some of those details really quickly. So next time I stream, I'll have music, because I know this is like probably really boring without any background noise. And thanks to everybody that joined me. You didn't have to do that. It's appreciated. You guys have places to go and people to see. Oh wait, no you don't. Nobody has anybody to see. You're not allowed to go anywhere. Till who knows when. Although you can't tell my neighbors that. This dude on a motorcycle is going for it, man. This guy's living his best life. He's constantly outside. Spreading around the heebie-jeebies. All right, so this is feeling a little more like fabric. I just started reading, there's a Hulk story where he is like I don't know, he's like the undead Hulk or the something Hulk, I don't know what it is, but it's really good. I don't know why I can't remember the name of it, but I broke out my old iPad and started reading comic books, and you know, when I get bored, and it's a pretty good story. I don't know if you guys are into it. just didn't do an undercut. I did. I didn't want to do that. I want to try to avoid undercuts here. Because if I do a mold, it's going to catch on the mold. All right, so that's that. All right. All right. So now if I turn back on my, let me hit this edge right here. This looks a little too even. And then this part looks crazy. All right. That'll do. All right, so that's that. If I turn my noise back on, looks a little bit better. A little bit better. Now another thing I can do is I can turn off the noise and divide this a few times. Right? Whoa, not that many. Divide. All right. Yeah, so divide like that. And then I can go and add some irregularity to it also with some brushes. Let's go here. Yeah, wear and tear cloth. This is what I'm looking for. All right, I got this alpha fold. Let's see if I can get this to work here. Did it put it on there? Oh yeah, it did. Nice. All right, so let's change this to from dots to a drag rec. Come on, man. Drag rec. Okay, solo it out. Okay, turn down the intensity big time. Maybe not that much. I don't like that. That's not doing what I want it to do. Let's try spray. Let's see what this does. Turn off lazy mouse. There you go. That's better. I just don't want it to be so clean. Everything is so clean. Just add some, you know, it's not like you just got this shirt out of the cleaners. It's all pressed. Okay, now I'm probably gonna have to move it back on the jeans again because it moved all over the place. And because it's a print, I just want to make sure that these edges are, you know, kind of fitting into the model. It's important that this all is one piece. I didn't ask you guys if you could hear me. I guess my mic is working all right, or else you would have said you couldn't. But I'll have all this stuff worked out next time, yeah, I promise you. So for the shameless plug, before I get out of here, I am doing an interview tomorrow with my friend Pei. It's for creatives who are stuck at home, and I'll be talking about working at home for so long. Like I said, I've been I've been full-time freelance for, oh man, since 2004, basically. So I'll be talking about building up clients and, you know, not going crazy, being indoors, you know, so if anybody is thinking about transitioning to working at home for good, or you're just trying to figure out how to make it through this pandemic, then definitely tune in. If you are not already, give me a follow on Instagram, and I'm going to put I'll put a advertisement for it later on today. And if you can, stop by, and you know, maybe I'll have something that'll be of help. You know, I know when I first started working at home, I was going crazy. Like, it's very difficult going from being able to bounce ideas off of people and walk around from cubicle to cubicle, and even just talking to people, you know, like that's one of those things where it's tough. So all right, let's turn the noise back on. Yeah, so now if we turn the noise back on, that feels a little better to me. All right, so that's the shirt. Now, in order to keep that pattern that's on there, what I would do, you know what, I did this one area, I wish it was larger. I feel like this could be larger. Let's see what happens. Step down. All right, W. I'm just gonna try something here. Let's see what happens. Yeah, but if you're not already, give me a follow on Instagram. And the stream tomorrow is, I think, at 3, but I'll let you know for sure. All right, let's turn this on. Step down. Turn off the noise. Step, and then make this bigger. I just want to see what this looks like. I feel like this is a piece that could be larger here. Yeah, that feels better. And then I can smooth that top out a little bit. That's a little more like it. All right, so now if I step up and turn on my surface, So let's save this. And what I'll do is pick up here next time. All right, we eventually started getting to the cutting and keying. I told you guys I'd get there. All right, so save. Legs, where's my thing? Go over to Hulk standing, Hulk standing. Hulk standing is somewhere. There you go. And that's inside a cut and key. All right. All right, guys. Yeah. So let me look through this thing real quick. What is the future of digital sculpting? You, my friend. It's you. I think digital sculpting is the future. It's just going to get better and better. ISO exclusive alternative head. Exactly. I do want to do a bowl cut Hulk. I don't know why I do, but I do. Sharp and clean, cut scratches in a piece of metal. Yeah, use the jaw cut is really good. It is wear and tear. Yeah, their orbs crack is really good. Orb cracks, and there's a brush called Jah, J-A-H cut. Check that out. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me, you guys. I gotta take this call. It's good seeing you, and I'll answer your questions. Talk to you later. All right.